With the losing of the title, Billy goes into a big depression, gets like right into the pills and the drugs and everything like that, to sort of numb the sadness. He couldn't really see the forest for the trees in the sense that he could have then been the challenger to Bob, and then just done it all over the circuit many times over, which it seems a shame. He pretty much retires from the business. But then by 1982, he comes back to the WWF because they dropped a W in that time. And he turns up in karate pants and also looking like his own great granddad, despite the fact he was still in his 30s. He just like hadn't hit the gym in years, it seemed. And then just come with this like wacky character. What do you remember of him turning back up? Was there a personality change behind the scenes as well as on camera?
Just camera. He was pretty much the same guy, more laid back. Probably. Yeah, I don't know. After his run there, he would have hit any territory he went into. I'm sure if he could have named his length of time and his and what he wanted to do and call his own programs and call his own shots out. The NWA. I don't know if he wanted to stay loyal to WWF or what what his mindset was.
With the karate thing, he said that it was really crappy, but he built up enough goodwill with the fans that they gave him a pass, basically, with the gimmick. Would that ring about true to you?
Yeah, it would sound right. And Vince Sr., I believe, he came back in, what year was he back, 92, 82?
Yeah, I think it was 82 when he came back with the karate thing, yeah.
So I think, Vince Sr. was still running the show. Oh, Junior loved him as well. But he just grew tired on the road. He couldn't handle it. His liver was getting bad. He ended up having the liver transplant after that. But he was, he was getting tired. It's pretty old gimmick, and Vince did that for his guys. He could afford to, he could afford to bring somebody, down on their luck, one of his old champions or old stars in, and book him on a card. Make them a couple, $1,000, $2,000 a week, but you'd have to work for it. You'd have to make the round in those days. You'd have to make the loop and stuff, and it wasn't as bad then as it became later, but it was going, it was growing, and you were traveling a lot.
Yeah, I think it was like 82, 83 when.
Started to bust loose, yeah.
Yeah, like California starts like getting busted wide open, and AWA is fighting for it, and WWF's fighting for it. There's one thing I should have mentioned with the karate thing, but I'll throw this in. It's another quote from Tangled Ropes, and this is Billy Graham writing: "In Hagerstown, Maryland, excuse me, that's how you pronounce it. One night, I was so stoned in the ring that my partner Don Muraco, not the most temperate guy himself, didn't want to tag me. When I finally got into the bout, I tried to compensate for my condition by overselling for Andre the Giant, bumping for his headbutt, then flapping around like I was having an epileptic seizure. My spastic display ruined the flow of the match and diminished whatever believability we were trying to portray. In the car later on, I repeatedly mumbled apologies while Muraco blasted me with reprimands." Do you remember that match?
No, I don't remember that. I would, if somebody was in a lousy condition, you try to cover for him. That was it. It was not, didn't want him in the ring or didn't want to give him a chance. You just didn't want the guy to get in, and make a fool of himself or, look foolish. And that was, that was the way, maybe, I don't remember, maybe he remembers it that way, but I don't remember ever going off on Superstar like that. He was pretty much my senior, pretty much, genuflected in his presence.